Clearly, there is still not enough participation by women at all different levels together. And what I welcome about this conference is we are bringing women with access to influence, presidents, vice presidents, etc. Women like me who have formerly had that and who can have influence. But also the important women who are working in communities, working at grassroots, who are often underfunded, don't have a voice. And I liked the way that Graça Machel asked us to be strategic. And what I am asking of this conference is that we focus on the fact that we have a 10th anniversary of a very important Security Council resolution coming. But in that 6 months until October, we have to make it much more rigorous. We have to have indicators, we have to measure, we have to commitments from governments. And it is very important for Africa because it's tackling the lack of women at the peace table. In the peace treaties that have been negotiated, about 2.4% of the signatures are women. It's all men. And it's usually bad men talking to bad men with lots of publicity. And it's women who suffer. So we need women at the table, we need women's voices. And that's what's the lack of balance in politics.
Do you think politics would change if there were more presence of women in it?
I know when I was elected President of Ireland, it changed politics. And women felt that a barrier had disappeared. I think that we are all learning that the more women are there in decision making, the more there is focus on health, on maternal health, on children, on education. These are the issues that we put on the table. And studies show that when governments have a good balance, it's a better government. So the logic is there, and we just need to be very strong together.
Who's about to be a president of a country?
To do it as a woman, not to try to do it as if sort of copying what the men do. Do it better because you bring more of the listening skills, more of the enabling, problem solving, linking, and never forget that you hold power on behalf of the poorest. I think that we have to keep the connection between the poorest and the power issues. At the moment, one of my major concerns is that climate changes are devastating for the poorest communities in Africa, South Asia, the small islands, indigenous. And yet they are not being talked about because they are not responsible for these greenhouse gas emissions. So we need women to speak for the poorest who are being affected by climate change. It's just a good example of a 21st century issue where the poor are getting poorer because of our lifestyle. And we need to engage as women on this.
Thank you very much.